Hi class, I want to go through week 3's reading response assignment directions with you. To begin, make sure you read through the entire set of directions very carefully so that you don't miss anything. Hopefully you've already begun to work on this because you've completed week 3's discussion questions that were due on Thursday of week 3. Regardless, you're going to want to make sure that you have selected and read an article from the list at this link. You can pick any of these articles. And what you did for week 3's discussion is you prepared to write your reading response by thinking about your opinion on the reading, if you agreed or disagreed with the author's perspective. You also were thinking about support for your opinion, and you also created a thesis statement for that discussion area. And hopefully you got some feedback from either the instructor or your fellow classmates on your thesis statement. So, to complete the reading response, what you're going to do is you're going to use the reading response template, which is found down here, to write a 175 to 250 word response, no more than 2 paragraphs, and you should include the following. You're going to have an introduction that includes the article's name and the author's name, a summary of the article, and a justification of your opinion. That's your thesis. Okay, all those 3 things should be in the first paragraph or in an introductory paragraph. Okay, you're also going to want to make sure that you somehow justify your opinion in connecting it to life, work, or school or a current event, and that you've created an APA citation for any quote or paraphrase included, and a reference citation for the article. So let's do this. Let's first take a look at the sample response. Okay, so as you notice, the sample response has a cover page, and that template, we'll take a peek at that in a minute. Okay, and if you skim through this, you'll see it has the author's name, the article's name, a little summary of the article, and then you can see this last sentence is the thesis. The author is right. The internet and mindlessness are connected and have been confirmed by recent brain research. Okay, so there is the assertion that the author's right, and there's a couple reasons why. Okay, if we scroll down, you'll see this paragraph is devoted towards proving the point. Okay, and there's some example in here. There's a quote of research from the article, and there is also some different ideas connecting this to real life in here. Note that the quote has a citation, and note that there's a reference citation down here. So I suggest that you read through that carefully to make sure that you understand why it's a good example. Okay. Other things to look at, there's a quote sandwich method. Basically the idea is how you prep. If you're going to include a quote for evidence, you want to have some lead into the quote, giving it some context, and you want an explanation of the quote afterwards. So make sure you take a peek at that. Okay. As I said before, here's the reading response template is under the resources, and it's also always a good idea to take a look at grading guides, because that way you can see what is going to be important for grading this for your instructor. So you can see there's content and voice, there's fulfilling the expectations, and there's readability in terms of grammar, mechanics, and usage. If you have any questions as you are working on this assignment, don't hesitate to reach out and contact the instructor through the course questions thread or a private message. Thanks so much.